What is up, and welcome to Hot Take, where we chill out and listen to some music from a production standpoint and see what we think about it. And I'm Toby, A.K.A. Kushing from the T&D channel. Make sure to check out everything we do. And today we're going to be listening to new Speedway Boogie by the Grateful Dead, of course. And so let's hop over from Working Man's Dead and let's check this shit out. Dirty. That tone is dirty.
Please don't dominate the rap track if you got nothing new to say. If you please don't back up the track.
This is the same, that first line is going to hit me home hard because that's exactly what I'm doing. He's saying, don't take up the airways if you have nothing to add, and that's my very space. This is very meta for me right now. But this album in general meant a lot to me. Like we've discussed before about whether it was the Dead for the working man or the working man's Dead. It changes the entirety of the album for me, depending on which way you look at it. But it's got a lot of country vibes. I feel the Western. It feels like, but not like country Western, like outlaw Western, and that gritty, like just dirty tone on the guitar too. It sounds dusty, it sounds like he hadn't cleaned that guitar.
I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Some say better run away, others say better stand still.
So this one, I've always thought, like, I was surprised the first time I found out that the Dead wrote this song, because we used to play this one. This was one of me and Davey screaming on the street at people's songs. You could be loud, and there was something about it that would catch people's attention. It's just really catchy. But I was honestly surprised the first time I realized that it was a Robert Hunter, just because it seems so old. It seems like an old anthem, like some railway song or something, railroad song, some shit, And so I saw this note before, and it kind of answered it for me. It said, compare it to Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. There's a line that says, I never been to heaven, but I've been told that the streets in heaven are paved with gold. And so it's got that same kind of rhythmic thing as Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. So that's part of it, I think. Also, there's the whole thing. I think it just rings through to people again, because it's like a line that like the military say when they walk, they're always like, I don't know what I've been told. It's like that classic old chant that they would do while they're walking. So I think that's why it seems like it's so much older than it is to me,
Now, I don't know, but I've been told it's hard to run with the way to go. On the other hand, I heard it said it's just as hard with the way to live.
Just handing down some life lessons. And I like that one way or another is kind of implied right there, because he's like, it's just as hard to be, in a way, it's like just as dangerous to be rich as it is to be living the poor life, It's kind of comparing like the working man to the rich man, and saying like, that their lives can still be dangerous one way or the other. It implies the phrase one way or the other, though, I think. It doesn't fully bring it in there.
Who can deny, it's not just a change in style.
Just keeping that shaker.
One step
whole time.
And another begun, and I wonder how many miles. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent a little time on the hill. Things went down we don't understand, but I think in time we will. Now I don't
The mixing on this whole album too is like very lacking in drums. It's just it's kind of a more feel of a quartet, I guess, like a string quartet. Like You got the stand-up bass and like some folk band, right? There's not much of a drum presence. It's all like percussion, shaker.
But I was told in the heat of the sun, a man died of cold. Keep on coming on, stand and wait with the sun so dark and the hour so late.
That slide down to drag you away.
You can't overlook the lack of
I like that he answered himself with his own guitar too.
It's got no signs or dividing lines and very few rules to guide.
Also, all the lyrics to this song sound like old. What are they called? The like old sayings, you know, that like your grandma would say. I'm trying to think. Like old folksy sayings, you know, like the whole thing is kind of built around these just really taglines. The whole song is just filled with them.
I spent a little time on the mountain. I spent a little time on the hill. I saw things getting out of hand. I guess they always will. Now I don't know, but I've been told if the horse don't pull, you got to carry the load. I don't know whose back's that strong. Maybe find out if he's more too long. One way or another, one way or another, one way or another.
And this line, the one way or the other line, doesn't it just sound like, have so many people ripped it off? Does that why it sounds so much older than it is, or is that a direct one? I don't know. That one had to be from something. It's so classic.
Got to give one way or another, one way or another, one way or another. This darkness got to give one way or another, one way or another, one way or another. This darkness got to give.
Yeah, there it is. Ooh, yeah. Kept them up high like that. And then the fade out, that's just the classic thing. Like, I don't think music really does those fade outs anymore. You know, there's just clear stops now. But that was such a good vibe of a song. Like, that one's just kind of a party traveling song to me, you know. Definitely feels like you're on the highway kind of sound. And it's got the dirty Western thing. It's got those the sayings, the old sayings that I just can't think of the name of. You know, you know what they are. And so that was new Speedway Boogie. And I have to say, I'm glad I took the time to listen to it. That's a very fun, catchy song that will just never die, you know? And this has been Hot Shit. And we love you. And make sure to check out everything else we do. We got a Patreon where we put up new content all the time. Make sure to check out new music on Spotify from Kushing, Davey Kalish, and check out the page. Like, subscribe, you know, do all the shit. We love you. And we'll see you very soon. Bye.